Facebook. Hello, welcome to Comic Spot's version. Today it's the offshoot. We have the Veterans for Military Comedy show brought to you right here in your living room, whether you have your clothes on or not. I know that don't ask, don't tell isn't in force anymore, but I'm not going to ask you what you're wearing, and please don't tell me. So welcome to the show at your homes. Kick back, relax, laugh a little, heal a little. It's been rough lately. I just want to let you know we love you coming. The whole purpose of this show is to share comedy with those who are hurting, not just the military and veterans, but this is done by military veterans, and it's for the military and veterans especially. So share this with people. There's a lot of hurting people in the world. Am I right, guys?
Yes. Laughter heals.
Yes, today I'm so happy because we have some people here I know and love, and we have a couple special guests for you. In the middle square with the Nike swoosh that says, "Just do it," in any language, we have the founder of the Veterans of Comedy, Will C. Give it up for him, you guys. Don't be shy, make some noise out there. And then in the bottom square with the gorgeous hat, the amazing talent that is Bobby Rydell.
Yeah.
Bobby.
6 decades
Yes.
and counting. Yeah. But a little bit about me. You get me first. You guys got to pay your dues. Yeah, a little bit about me. I had a birthday. Woo!
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I turned 21, Bobby,
Oh, that's wonderful.
for the third time. I'm 21 times 3 plus none of anybody's business.
That's right. That's right.
That's when math is a superpower. You just float over numbers. Yeah. I'm also living in Las Vegas. Can you believe it? At this age in Vegas? Oh my gosh. I'm from North Las Vegas. Maybe you've heard of it. Oregon? Yeah. I grew up there a long time ago. Oh my gosh. Can we go back in time in the 50s? Oh my gosh. And in the 60s, I shoplifted everywhere. I was a shoplifter. I didn't know it was wrong. And I got away with it because I was really, really plain and nobody noticed me. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, wow.
I could shoplift anything. And I found out it was wrong. And I decided to go back and say, "I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you?" She didn't skip a beat. She just said, "Don't come back." That's fair. Dodged that bullet before the military. And then in the 70s, you guys, I was a wanted woman, and not for shoplifting. Oh my gosh. I found out I was wanted at the post office, Bobby. Isn't that awkward?
Oh, picture on the wall?
Yes, it was looking at me, following me, said he wanted me, Bobby. It was Uncle Sam. So I joined the military, and I'm part Jewish, and they put me in Germany. They should have checked my record. It was the 70s. Our men and women were in the rice fields of Vietnam. I was over in Europe, mostly just yodeling in the Alps.
Where were you stationed in Germany?
I was stationed in Hanau, Germany, 23 kilometers southeast of Frankfurt.
Okay.
And I was the only woman on the post at the time. When I got there, the other lady said, "Hi, I'm leaving." Oh my gosh. And you know, I went from being a plain Jane in Oregon to being like Gina Lola Brigida overnight in Germany.
Sure.
It
Absolutely.
was so weird. Okay.
Yeah, I did a lot of work in Germany for the service as well. I was in
Yes.
Ramstein. I worked at the Ramstein Air Force Base, and I was all over Germany, and it was wonderful. And it was all for military, all military.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Absolutely. We thank you for your service, Bobby. And I know your father's a proud World War II veteran as well.
Yeah, he was stationed in Persia. And he was a part of Eisenhower's traveling troops.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
No way.
Yeah, thank God he didn't see any action, but he was part of Eisenhower's traveling troops.
My goodness
And
sakes.
then back, I don't know if you're aware of it, but back in 1965, I went over to Nam to entertain. I was in the service. I took my basic training at Fort Dix, New Jersey, and that was 1964. In 65, I had the great experience of going over to Vietnam and performing for all of the GIs there. It was great.
Yes.
That's exactly what I started this for.
I'm
You know,
sorry. Bill?
Will C does the tours for the military too. You should hook up.
That's one of the reasons I started this thing. I wanted to do that whole Bob Hope USO, bring laughter to the troops, because I remember what it was like when I was over, and that little slice of home, it makes you kind of forget what's going on around you for a minute. So I wanted to kind of be able to bring that back.
Where were you, Will?
Oh God! And which branch, Bobby? I served in three. I served in three branches. When I was in the Air Force. So I did 4 in the Air Force, 4 in the Marine Corps, 5 in the Army. In the Air Force, I was stationed. I did TDY at Clark, but we won't count that in the Philippines. I was right. I was based in Turkey. I was at Incirlik. So if you're familiar with that area. Now in the Marine Corps, I'm a Somalia guy. I was over in Bosnia. But then, when I finally came out of the Marine Corps with the Army, I thought maybe I'd get to see better parts of the world. So on my dream sheet, I put everything that I thought was going to be exotic, and I got based 12 miles from my house at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. So that's the Army for you. So
Awesome.
That sounds like good duty, Will. Right. Right.
I took a lot of good duties. So no, I that didn't come out right, Bobby. I apologize for that. No, I feel like in the three branches, I mean, I got to see places and it seemed like a lot of time in California. I mean, Air Force wise, like I got based at Norton and San Bernardino. Then in the Marine Corps, I was with Security Battalion with Bird Company at Pendleton. I think every Marine has 29 stubs or 29 palms. So we've all, kind of been that thing. But Army-wise, going blue to green from the Marine Corps to the Army was such an easy transition. But because I was military, police, and corrections, the UST Fort Leavenworth seemed to be the place for a guy with my specialty. So kind of crazy times.
Wonderful, Will. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, I just wanted to finish up my set real quick and say that
Sorry, Linda.
that's okay, no problem. When I was in the military, I had so much fun, because you can have fun overseas when you're, I don't know, away from home, away from your parents. I had so much fun. I picked up the phone and I called my parents. Hello, Mom, Dad. They were divorced. Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of fun. No.
Right. That was great.
Not being Jewish in Germany. No, I'm having fun drinking the German soldiers under the table with their own dark beer. Hello? Only time they ever agreed on anything. And I've been Linda Marcus Smith.
Good job, Linda.
You guys.
The two phone thing is hilarious. That was funny, Linda. Very funny.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would like to introduce you to the founder of the Veterans of Comedy. He's going to do his comedy, and then Bobby Rydell is going to talk to us, and he's going to impart anything he wants to say and do, because that's what respect is, you guys. That's right. So now I want to tell you the intro of Will C. This comic has been seen in way too many movies, TV shows, and commercials. He served in 3 branches of the service, like he told you, Bobby, and is the founder of the Veterans of Comedy. Welcome to the stage, Will C.
Yay. Well, hi, everybody. This is really good to be here. I know we kind of, we're talking about PTSD and everything that's going on, especially, coming out of this COVID and everything. It's just been, I know that PTSD, I hate that D, but it's like that post-traumatic stress disorder. But I feel for me through this thing, it's been more of a post-traumatic stretch disorder. I know I put on my COVID-19, 29, 39, 49, take it back off. I don't know. I feel like a combination lock right now. It's like 20 to the right, 15 back to the left. I don't know what's going on with my life right now, but it's gotten so bad with this weight and this fluctuation. I'm seeing a therapist about it now. I'm over at the VA. We're talking about my weight, and we're doing this stuff called cognitive behavior therapy. And we're going back in time, and we're just trying to figure out when Will first started feeling fat. And my therapist's like, Will, tell me, when do you feel like the weight first started affecting your life, huh? When do you feel like it first started getting a grip on you? And I'm like, 1984. I don't know if anybody remembers 1984 or not, but that's the year we had the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. Also, the same year, McDonald's decided that for every medal we won, they'd give you something for free. All right. You won a bronze medal, you got a French fry, won a silver medal, we got a cheeseburger. If we won a gold medal, they gave you a Big Mac meal. We won 144 medals that summer. Hey, McDonald's, this is your fault, not mine. All right, that's all I'm saying. And here's the deal. I'm trying, like I'm doing this diet right now. It's called the 5-bite diet. I don't know if anybody's heard of the 5-bite diet. Basically, you get 5 bites of food 5 times a day. Great diet, guys. It is. I just am having a hard time trying to figure out how to fit a large pizza into 5 bites. But anyway, I'm doing everything. Hey, these are the jokes, folks. All right, I wrote these. Anyway, no, it's tough. It's like I'm going to the gym now, Bobby. I'm going to the gym. I'm just not going inside yet. But I'm going. I'm definitely going. Here's the deal. They all have like the membership fees and everything. I don't know. I'm like, my deal is what I like to do is I go to Planet Fitness and I just do calisthenics in the parking lot. Save that $20 a month, you know, stand outside, tell people and have them if they don't go in is kind of my deal right now. I'm a door holder. It's really good for the forearms. If you open the door for people as they're going to the gym, I've been switching off left and right. But no, here's the deal. It's been a tough time. You know, I'll be honest with you. COVID has affected a lot of things. My mom passed during this time, and it's been rough. I really, and here's the, I miss my mom. I really, really miss my mom. And you know, I finally got to go to my dad's house. I'm like, Dad, I miss Mom, man. I miss her. And my dad's like, I miss her too, son. I really do. And I'm like, Dad, I want to do something to remember Mom by. My dad's like, well, what do you think about doing? I'm like, Dad, I want to get a tattoo of her heartbeat right here across my chest. And my dad's like, well, it's just going to be a straight line, son. Dad, I don't even know if that's funny or not. I'll try it and see if they laugh, they laugh. If they don't, they don't. But I don't know. It's I don't know. People out there have kids. I've been dealing with a lot of guys. We have a baby shower today. And I'm just trying to stick around in life, Linda. If people follow me and know what's going on, I'm literally in the process of writing a book right now. And I had a name picked out, but everybody's like, I kind of switched it. Basically, it's My Life's a Wreck. And David, Chris, you guys, Bobby, probably don't know. I don't know what it is about me and vehicles, but I attract other vehicles. I wish I had that with women. That would be really nice because as much as I get hit on by cars, man, anyway, I literally just got my car back yesterday. I bought a new car a month ago. I had it 3 days. It got hit, went back in the shop. They had to do everything to get the new sonar and everything for my car. Finally get it back yesterday with my new bike rack and everything because I'm into biking now. So believe it or not. Well, I have a bike. I haven't actually got it on it yet, but it looks good hanging on the back end of the vehicle. My point I'm trying to make is I finally got my car back yesterday. I go to the car wash to wash my car. It gets hit in the car wash. Here's the deal, Bobby, September 2nd, I go to LA for a show, Comedy Supernova, big show. I'm leaving the mall because I've lost so much weight. I needed a new pair of jeans. So I was all excited. I'm finally in a 33, 32, which Levi's, you guys don't have to put that on the tab. Nobody needs to see what's going on in my life. All right. Anyway, I get the 33, 32s. I'm excited. I leave the Glendale Mall and this guy runs a red light. I T-bone him, airbag in the face. Matter of fact, airbag, I hit that airbag so hard. It looked like a Picasso painting. Like anyway, That's September 2nd. September 5th, I go to the Salute for Service game at the San Diego Padres, leaving the game with a fellow veterans of mine. One of them was a World War II vet. We're walking him. He's kind of blind. He can't see. Anyway, I go on across the street. My buddy clicks the truck for me to get up in his truck from across the street. As I'm getting up in the truck, his truck gets hit by another truck. Now I've been in 2 wrecks in 3 days. I'm like, I'm all messed up, but whatever. I get a rental car. I drive the 24 hours back from LA to Kansas City. I buy a new car and I have it 3 days. It gets hit at the gym. The car's been in the shop for the last month. Get the car back. He gets hit yesterday in the car wash. I don't know what the odds are right now. All I'm saying, listeners, viewers, whoever's out there right now, if you would like to go to Vegas with me, I know that I'm good luck. Here's the deal. We'll see Linda. We'll hang out, whatever. And then, we'll go put it all on. I don't know if there's a casino out there that deals in my kind of luck, but I feel like it's going to be more like I'm thinking of a number from 7 to 10 kind of casino, whatever. I'm just saying, love the one you love. My kids, they won't even get in the car with me, folks. I don't know when I'm at on time. I have a baby shower to go to. Nobody wants to ride with this baby. That's the problem. So I don't know if I'm going to be taking Uber from now on, but here's the deal. I know I'm all over the map right now. Literally, I'm all over the map. I'm on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. My point I'm trying to make is you're not guaranteed another minute in life. So here's the deal. You got to take advantage of the ones you have, right? So I'm a firm believer. And if you guys are out there, I'm a firm believer in hugs and love and laughter. That's what my message is about. That's what I try to take with me. And if you're out there right now and you're listening and you're loving and you're with the people that are around you, just hug them. All right. I end my shows differently than most people ever end their show, but I firmly believe that we need 4 hugs a day just to survive in life. You need 8 hugs a day for survival and 12 hugs a day for maintenance in your life. Get your hugs in. If you got somebody around you right now, just give them a hug. Show them that you love them. You want to be with them and you appreciate who they are. These people that are here right now, David, Chris, Linda, and Bobby, it's a pleasure to be on the same show with you. I really, this is an honor for me to be able to do this, but just hug the ones you love, appreciate your life. Take each day that you have and make the best of it. You guys, until next time, we'll see you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Will C. I love
Pretty
that.
good, Will.
Wow. So I would like to go ahead and put both Will C and Bobby Rydell, Bobby on the same screen together.
Nice.
While I'm doing the intro. As you can see, I'm really slow on changing the spotlight. I apologize, Will C. The next comedian, entertainer, huge mega star coming to the stage. Oh my gosh, let me read you the intro I got off of his page. Not only is he an Army veteran, his father, a proud U.S. Army veteran of World War II. So thank you and thank you. Bobby Rydell is very definitely a talent. His career has encompassed 6 decades and counting. Bobby first found success as a teen idol, selling over 25 million records.
Wow.
And that was before Google, you guys, before Google. He went on to star on TV, stage, and film, and is now the author of a best-selling autobiography. He also starred in My High School Locker. He is a teen idol. He has a new best-selling autobiography called Teen Idol on the Rocks, A Tale of Second Chances. It's a fabulous, fabulous read. What a great story Bobby has about a second chance in life. Bobby continues to entertain audiences with his biggest hits, Wild One, Valari, Sway, and my personal favorite, because he sang it directly to me, Forget Him. And now to take the stage any old way you want, Bobby Rydell.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Well, I don't know any, well, I do a little bit of comedy, and I don't think I could top Will. I think he was really funny. But there's a couple of jokes that I do on stage. And one is about a guy who was in Tokyo, and he comes across this little Japanese guy who is selling fans. And the fans are absolutely beautiful, you know, pink, blue, red sky, pagodas, geisha girls. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work. And he goes up to the Japanese vendor. He says, how much are your fans? And the Japanese guy says, my fans is 25 cents. 25 cents for that beautiful fan. He buys the fan. He walks away. It's getting a little warm in Tokyo. He decides, let me use the fan. He opens it up and he starts fanning himself. And the whole fan falls apart. There's little pieces of bamboo. There's pieces of red and blue and pink sky, a little pagoda, a little geisha girl. He runs back to the guy from which he bought the fan. He says, hey, look at this. I just bought this fan from you for 25 cents and I took it open. I fanned myself and look at this fan. It all fell apart. The Japanese guy said, how you fan yourself? He said, like any average normal human being, I opened up the fan and I fanned myself like this. The Japanese guy said, for 25 cents, you don't fan like this, you fan like that. Here's a Buddy Hackett joke. Guy walks into a bar and he's inebriated. He's really, to the wind, 6 sheets to the wind. And he goes up to the bartender. He says, bartender, he said, a drink for me, a drink for you, and a drink for everybody in the house. Okay, a little bit of time goes by. The bartender says, that'll be $85.90. He says, I don't have no money. The bartender proceeds to take him outside, beats the hell out of him. 15 minutes goes by, the drunk walks in again and he says, bartender, a drink for me, a drink for everybody in the house, but none for you because you get nasty when you drink. So there, that's it. That's where I go. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Which one? The tennis court story.
Oh, wait, my wife is trying to tell me something.
The tennis court.
Tennis court.
I don't know. In Vietnam, when you were there. The story.
Oh, well, I don't know if that's a joke, but
It's
okay.
funny.
Well, I don't know if it's funny, but my wife reminded me. When I was in Vietnam,
And what you were saying.
I was in a place called Con Tum, and we had maybe about 10 to 20 Green Berets. And my manager at that time, who played bass, his name was Frankie Day, he wanted me to sing this song. And for what reason, I don't know, because I'm in Vietnam and Con Tum with 20 Green Berets. And the song I'm singing is, What Kind of Fool Am I? And I'm singing, what kind of fool am I? And one of you never felt it. Don't worry, Bob, it's outgoing. It's outgoing mail, and it's not incoming. Yeah, once again, all I can say that it was a distinct privilege and an honor, being military, and to be able to go over to Nam for a good month. I went over DOD, and I was in places like Kon Tum, Da Nang, Phan Rang, Nha Trang, Ban Me To It. I was all over the place, and it was just an experience, like you said earlier, Will, just to bring some kind of levity for these guys who are facing, oh my God, yeah, where they can laugh and,
Well, you had go-go girls.
and we had two go-go girls with us, of course the guys wanted to see TNA, you had to bring the go-go girls. So it was an experience that I'll never forget. And once again, I'm very, very proud to have been in the military. God bless the military.
Bobby, do you want to tell the story about your second chance? Do you have a second to tell that story? Because it's so touching.
Well, okay. Yeah, the book, Bobby Rydell, Teen Idol on the Rocks, A Second Chance at Life. Basically, how that all happened was my first wife, Camille, she passed away via breast cancer. And we were married for 35 years. And when she was gone, unfortunately, I had nobody to talk to, nobody to sleep with, nobody to laugh with, cry with, tell jokes to, so on and so forth. And I turned to the bottle. And I became an alcoholic. And I drank from morning, noon till night. And I mean, I drank to the point where my second chance in life was getting a new liver and a new kidney. And that was all because of a young girl by the name of Judy, who was, Julia, from Reading, Pennsylvania. And she was hit by a car and immediately pronounced brain dead, which, by the way, is the only way that you can get, organs. So I'm home and we get a call from Jefferson Hospital, and she had the same blood type as me. And they said, get over here. So I get over the Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia, had a wonderful surgeon by the name of Cataldo Doria. And the surgery took something like 23 hours, and yeah, it was, but that was back in 2012. And now it's 2021, and thank God everything is going great for me. And I feel wonderful. And what I tell people is that while I'm on stage is that if you're not an organ donor, as a favor to me, the next time you apply for your driver's license, please become an organ donor, because it truly is the gift of life.
I agree with that 100%. I'm an organ donor. Thank you for that, Bobby. That's
wonderful. Will, thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say, or do you want to give the veterans a chance to ask you one quick question each?
Well, one thing that's coming up, I'm flying out to the West Coast around January the 13th. And I got a call from a gentleman. His name was Alan Margulies, and he is Anne Margaret's agent and Engelbert Humperdinck's agent. Anyway, he tells me that Anne is doing an album, and she would love to have you on the album to do Volare together, which was one of my million sellers. And I said, we did the motion picture Bye Bye Birdie back in 1963, and Anne and I have been friends since 1963. I mean, we call one another every couple of months, see how you're doing. So it's going to be wonderful to see her, to record with her, and we're also going to be doing some Q&A out in LA. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be just one hell of a ball, because she is a sweetheart.
We'd all love to get to know her. She does appear like a sweetheart. Oh my gosh. Do you have to get going, or do you want to open up the floor for questions? It's up to you, Bobby.
Whatever the guys feel like doing.
Does anybody have an entertainment type question you want to ask?
Well, I kind of wanted to tell just a little bit of story to Bobby, because you were saying that your father served in World War II. And I don't know, Bobby, if you've heard of Honor Flight or not. But Honor Flight takes the World War II veterans to DC to the memorial and the monument. And it's just a weekend of a lot of fun with now Korean vets and with World War II vets. And I've got involved with that. And I got to meet a gentleman by the name of Bob Hawk, and I was his guardian for Honor Flight from San Diego to Washington, DC. When I met this gentleman, in the airport, you would have thought that he was in his 60s. I mean, he just looked like a very young guy to be 93, at that time, 92 years old.
Wow.
But we go on to DC. And when we get there, we're trying to get to know each other kind of thing. But we go to Arlington National Cemetery, and he can walk and everything. But because it started raining, they said everybody had to get their veteran into a wheelchair. Okay. And I tell Bob, I'm like, Bob, you have to get in the wheelchair. He's like, you want the wheelchair? You get your he called me a fat ass. He goes, you get your fat ass in that wheelchair. He goes, I'll push you. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I said, Bob, you still have to get in the wheelchair. So anyway, I got him in the wheelchair. It's raining. We're heading down from Arlington National Cemetery down to the buses down this hill. Well, his wheelchair handles get wet, and I lose my grip. And I let go of his wheelchair, and Bob takes off down this hill at Arlington.
Oh, wow.
At that time, I probably weighed 150 pounds more than I do now. But I take off running faster than I look like Jesse Owens. I probably could have won a gold medal in the Olympics. I'm just saying, I'm running after this guy. I grabbed that wheelchair right before he slams into this bus, right? Anyway, he stands up and he's screaming at me that I tried to kill him. He's like, I've been in 3 wars. He goes, I was in World War II. I was in Korea. I was in Nam, 30 years in the Navy, blah, blah. And he's like, and I'm going to get killed by this fat ass. Anyway, so we end up going from there to the Marine Corps Monument. And the bus driver's like, all right, everybody get your veteran, get your, the Guardians, get your veteran. We're going to go take pictures in front of it. And I wish I could show you this picture right now. This gentleman hated me so much at this moment. So he's looking at me with just the fear in his eyes as we're taking the picture. Well, I ended up becoming actually really good friends with him and his wife, Lenore. And the only reason I tell you story. So, but he would always do this. He became such good friends with my wife. But he would, old school, so they didn't believe in the computer and stuff. He'd actually physically write letters to us, but he'd always address the letters to my wife. So every letter would be, my beautiful Kimberly, how art thou? And just write this beautiful letter. Then in the corner, it'd be like Cliff. He called me Cliff. He never called me Will. He called me by my last name, was Clifton, but he just called me Cliff. He goes, oh, tell that fat ass Cliff I said hello. And so we have anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you. I don't know. I wanted to thank you more than anything, Bobby, for your service, not just your service to the military, but just as comics, a lot of people don't realize that this is a song that we sing. And I'm not saying that I'm comparing myself to you, Bobby, but it's very rhythmic and it's very, it is a song. And I believe that music and laughter and the things that we do as entertainers helps heal so much. And I try not to get emotional and stuff, but thank you for doing the show today, for Linda for putting this on. But it's a real honor to be sitting here sharing the stage with you. And I value and appreciate everything that you've given, not just to this country, but to the world. Such an honor, brother. Such an honor.
Yes.
Well, thank you ever so much. Thank you guys as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you ever so much for having me being part of this wonderful, wonderful program.
You are so loved and adored. I hope you know that.
Thank you, Linda.
Absolutely.
Any
Can I
other?
ask Bobby a question?
Yes, Bruce Lipsky from New
Hi,
York.
Bobby. I'm sorry,
Hi,
I'm not
Bruce.
military. My family is military. My niece actually is in the Navy right now. She's a physician, lieutenant commander. So, kudos to her. But I live in Long Island, Bobby, and you certainly know Westbury Music Fair. What it
Oh,
used to
for
be.
sure, yeah.
And I want to know, are the Golden Boys getting back together?
We have been together since 1985,
Yes,
Bruce.
I mean,
Yeah.
on Long Island again. I know you have.
Oh, well, I
canceled.
would imagine so. I don't know of a particular
on the
date,
books yet.
right now, but
It's
I would
Fabian and
imagine.
Frankie Avalon, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Frankie Avalon and Fabian
yeah.
and myself. We were 3 guys who were born and raised in South Philadelphia. Fabian and I were on 11th Street and Frankie was on 9th Street, and when we're on stage, Frankie has a great line. He said, look at the 3 of us. We used to hang out on the street corner together, and now we're hanging out on stage together. And the show has been a tremendous success since 1985. So to answer your question, I would believe we're going to be back at Westbury in the very
Good. Because I
For
was
sure.
disappointed it was postponed for obvious reasons, yeah.
Wonderful. Chris, David, or Durrell, you have any comment or question?
Yes, I don't have any true questions or anything like that. I just want to say thank you. I think other than my grandfather, I've only met a handful of World War II vets, and it's really a crazy honor every time I do. And I realize that it was a different generation. You guys fought what I consider very, 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 very brutal times. And I want to I appreciate you and thank you so much. And I'd like to say that I understand the world that you lived in, but I do not. It was when I look back and I think about how we fight war versus how we fought it back then. Holy smokes! All right, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
Bobby, I have just one question. My father's in World War II in the Navy, but he never talked about it. Did your father ever talk about his experiences?
No, you're
Yeah.
right, Dave. No, he never talked about it. But like I said earlier, my father never saw any kind of action. He was just traveling around, with these Eisenhower traveling troops. So he never really talked about it, never talked about it. such as, what was it, your grandfather?
His father.
No, my father,
Your dad?
my father, yeah, he would never left the States. He was in training. He trained submarine sonar guys.
Uh-huh.
But he never, the only way I know is from stories my mom would tell. He never talked about it.
Yeah, you know, I have a very dear friend who saw action in Nam, and he never talked.
Never did.
Never talked about it.
Neither did my father. He was in Okinawa.
My wife says her father was in Okinawa, and he never talked about it. So
It's so. I just want to pipe in here. It's so weird because, like with my father, the gentleman that adopted me, same thing. It's like we didn't realize here until after my mom passed all the things that my father and I had in common that we never discussed. My father and I, we both were based at Fort Leonard Wood for a while. We were both military police. We had some of the same. And it's weird because you just never. Even this generation now, it's like I know that our wars are different than the wars back then. It's like. You know, we're kind of taught to suck it up and move forward. You know, it's you know, basically military always teaches you don't retreat, you know? And so it's like, and so, you know, I know that this generation, my generation probably is a little more open now because the VA really does push the therapy now like they didn't before. And, you know, it was Agent Orange, it was shell shock, it was all this, you know, and finally to where now we're discussing PTS and really realizing the grieving process that I think we go through as military, Bobby, that, you know, is very similar to the civilian world. You know, I talk about this, you know, when you look at in the military and in the civilian world, as far as, you know, the denial of the war, the anger of it, the bargaining with yourself and depression that sets in until you really get to the acceptance level of it, you know, and that's the 5 points of the grieving process to really understand what you've gone through as a soldier, as a Marine, you know, a sailor, whatever it is, airman, it doesn't matter that we all, you know, come together and process. And Chris, I think I really appreciate that it's a different generation. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little, you know, tongue tied there, but I think that at the end of the day, it's like Bobby, Linda, all this, you know, we all raised our hands and we said we defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It doesn't matter where that takes you. That's my point I was trying to make. So whether you had boots on the ground or whether you were just passing through, like, you know, we all set out to serve this great country. And for that, I think that we all can say thank you for your service. Thank you for service. And I think it means more when we say it to each other. So anyway.
Absolutely. Thank you ever so much, Will. Yes. Thank you.
Durrell, you got your camera and your microphone off, and you're a veteran. Do you want to say anything to Bobby Rydell, to our Bobby?
I apologize. I'm at work, but you know, thank you for your service. How about that?
Thank you.
That's
Thank you
great.
ever so much. Thank you.
I'm going to one more question. I'm sorry. I'm just Bobby, are you still doing
No.
anything with like USO with Armed Forces Entertainment or anything like that? Are you traveling and doing any stuff for the troops?
I have done quite a bit. I haven't done anything recently, but I'm available. I'm available
you know what?
for military.
I was just going to say, I don't know. We're going to figure out how to get in touch with each other, but let's do this. I'd love to do a tour with you. This would be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Sounds great. Sounds great, Will.
Can I pass along the email to Will?
Yes, you Linda's email. That'd be fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my wife's email, Will.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. So,
Awesome.
and Linda, I want to say we're going to do the stroll. I want to stroll with you. I don't know if anybody's old enough in here to remember. I love the stroll. Anyway, I'm showing. I'm not any. Okay, Linda, I know you know how to do it. So I think I'm an old soul. I love this. I like this is why this is such an honor for me. This is I should have been alive during this whole. That's when I should have been bebop and hip hop, not in the 70s and 80s. But anyway, Linda, we are. We're gonna go on tour. We're gonna stroll. We're gonna just have a good time. Anyway, I've got to get to a baby shower. I'm not trying to be rude. Bobby, I will be in touch with you. This was truly an honor. I hope you have a blessed day. Enjoy everything in life, and I hope to talk to you soon, brother.
Okay.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you ever so much, Will. Thank you ever so much, guys. It was a pleasure being here with all of you. So
Absolutely. We're going to have 3 or 4 of the comedians that want to do comedy. Do you want to stay or have me send you the video to share later?
oh, you could send it. I have to get out of here.
Awesome. You
Okay,
guys give it
so-
up for Bobby Rydell. Woo!
Bobby
Thank you
Rydell,
very
thank
much.
you so much.
guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Everybody stay well. God bless.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much. We love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
A quick leave.
There. Well, I tried to get him to stay. I'm sorry. But he's going to
No.
get this video, and Linda, his wife, she's promised to share it on social media. So we
What a
got
treat.
that as a promise. But it was still, isn't it special?
Oh, amazing, amazing.
So special. He's such a special guy. Well, without further ado, let's keep the show on the road. Coming to the stage, we all know him and love him. Bruce has met him once. Bruce is here to watch, and if there's time at the end, if you guys don't mind giving Bruce time to tell a few jokes at the end. We lost our Bob Hope spot. We might as well let Bruce do a few jokes. Is that okay with y'all?
Oh, absolutely.
Super. Well, coming to the stage right now, you know him, you love him. He's sitting there with a gorgeous head of hair. Wait, that's the wrong person. Yes, wave to everybody, David, and I'll read your intro. Wave to people, Davis. He's a veteran, a grandfather, and the proud member of the Subway Rewards Program, OMG. Welcome to the stage, David G. Scott, Clean Comedy. Woo!
Thank you so much. Just a few minutes of silliness here. My mom always used to tell me you can catch more flies with a long, sticky projectile tongue than you can with vinegar. Not sure what she meant by that. I think coffee is a gateway drug. 1 minute, you're stirring a cup of coffee with a small wooden stick. Next thing you know, you're in a kayak. It used to be if you had a hat and a cape, you were a gentleman. Now it means you're in a marching band. If life gives you melons, you may be dyslexic. Apparently, some people feel that using a turn signal will reveal our plans to the enemy. I feel that people don't even consider my schedule when they have a traffic accident. I used to believe in fate and destiny until I realized those are just the names of strippers. Here's food for thought. If vampires have no reflection, how do they get their hair perfect? I think coffee sizes should be named after how much sleep you got the night before. Yeah, I'd like a tossed and turned for 5 hours, vanilla latte, please. I hate it when I take a selfie and I'm photobombed by my age. Last one, my friend said, you can't swing a dead cat around here without hitting a crazy person. I said, if you're swinging a dead cat, maybe you shouldn't be so judgmental. Thanks, Linda. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to perform. I appreciate it. You guys have a fun day.
You went short today. You're leaving room on the table. Thank you so much. That's sweet of you. You don't have to go short. I'll go to 1 hour and 20. Do you want to do more jokes?
Sure, just a few more.
Okay.
Do it.
I have 6 wigs in my car, so I can go back for free samples. I don't like to brag, but in many circles, I'm known as who? I'm going to give new meaning to the phrase sleeping around by taking naps in a bunch of different places. Here's a thought. What doesn't kill you is probably a squirrel, because squirrels are terrible assassins. I don't want to get political, but I'm in favor of the death penalty for my phone. It's funnier if I say the joke right. I'm in favor of the death penalty for my alarm clock. That's what I meant to say. Here's $1 million idea, a smoke alarm that turns itself off if you yell, "I'm just cooking." I love weekend projects. This weekend, I'm going to install a strobe light in my linen closet. Let me see a few more. Oh, here we are. I just found out I'm pregnant. At least that's what the sign said where I parked at the grocery store.
Nice.
My phone just filmed a 3-hour documentary entitled "Life Inside My Pocket." I dropped a phone down the stairs the other day. It's okay because it was in my pocket. That's actually a 75-year-old joke. Back in the day, there were comedy shows on radio, and some of them just told jokes. Here's the joke, that same joke from 75 years ago. I saw my friend walking down the street, and I said, "Man, you look terrible. What happened?" And he says, "Well, my wife threw my suit out the window." I said, "Yeah?" He said, "Well, I was wearing it at the time." That's the same joke 75 years ago. Here's a joke that could not have been told 75 years ago. Instead of going to Starbucks, I write my name on a cup, yell my name out, and then set a $5 bill on fire. I'm just a little hungry. I could only eat a pony. Whoever said words can't hit me? Again, funnier if I say it right. Whoever said words can't hurt me has never been hit with a dictionary. Here we go. Here's a closing thought. Let's all just take a moment to be grateful that our internal organs don't itch. Thanks, Linda. Thanks for giving me a chance to tell a few jokes.
Oh my
Have fun,
goodness.
guys.
You did so wonderful without even being spotlighted. Thank you so much, David G. Scott, Clean Comedy. I apologize. Thank you.
Okay,
Give it up for
Linda.
him.
Woo! David, always a killer.
Guess who's coming to the stage now? I'm not going to forget the spotlight. It's your friend, all of our friends here at the Veterans for Military Comedy. It's Chris Crawford.
Woo! How's it going, Zoomland? Man, like she said, I am Chris Crawford, one of the veterans of comedy, San Angelo's own. And none of you look impressed. So let me reintroduce myself, give you some credits you might actually care about. What you have in front of you is a man with 2 HBO specials, 1 Showtime special, and 2 Comedy Central highlights. All recorded on my DVR at home, and I can't wait to get there to watch them. Now, you don't know who the heck I am. I'm going to tell you, though, just like a vegan would tell you, or just like a CrossFitter would tell you, or a guy with the word veteran written on his shirt wants you to know who the heck he is. Now, believe it or not, the Air Force kept me around for 20 years.
Wow.
And it made me a very special type of veteran. The type of veteran that believes the word veteran should never be abbreviated to the word vet. You see, vet can mean so many different things. It can mean prior serviceman. It can mean animal doctor. It can mean Corps vet. It can even mean a person who has a lot of experience in their profession. Now, my father-in-law, he was in the service. So was his dog. So in theory, I, as a vet, could help a vet take his vet to the vet in a vet, like a vet. Bruce is looking at me like, how did this guy get here? And I'll tell you, Bruce, I was vetted. Oh, man. I'll tell you, something else I was vetted by was my wife. Believe it or not, I am married. Going on 12 years, happily so. But you know, in that time, I learned a thing or two. For instance, did you know that married people have different nicknames than single people? For instance, I'm not sweetie. I'm not honey. I'm not baby. I'm not bae. Now, my wife, she calls me somebody. It's nice. Of course, she never says it directly to me. She'll walk into an empty room and declare, somebody mow the lawn. Or somebody should do the dishes, or maybe somebody should go change that baby's diaper. And I do it all because I love her. At least more times than not. There are those times when she's driving. That's a hard not. You see, anytime she's behind the wheel, it's like she's angry. It's like she has constant road rage. You guys get road rage? You don't have to admit it. I know that you do. We all do. But I recently learned something about myself. I'm pretty tolerant of other drivers. What gets under my skin, what gives me road rage, are the other people in my own car. They make me say things like, "Don't make me come back there," or "I will turn this car around." Of course, my go-to at the moment is, "I'll wreck this car right now and end it all." They don't let me drive the church van anymore. Oh, man. No, I really do I love my wife, love the heck out of my wife. But you know, spouses, they can be pretty demanding. For instance, a while back, my wife asked me if I would care to learn a second language with her. I told her, heck no. Sounded like a lot of work. 3 days later, she asked me again, and I knew it was going to be a thing. So I told her, yeah. Would you believe she let me pick the language? So I chose something to be completely viable to me here in Texas. I chose Italian. Okay, so not very viable at all, but I worked real hard at it for about a week. It was as tough as I thought it would be, so I quit. But before I did, I took a test that told me I'm exactly 1.9% fluent in Italian. I'd say that qualifies me to teach you a thing or two, to give you some words. You guys want to learn some Italian?
Yes.
All right, even Bruce is with me. Check it out. We'll start with this. Figaro, 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 Figaro. Now, I'm not sure who or what that guy was singing about, but I like to believe it's that cat from Pinocchio. Or maybe you guys don't believe that he was singing about a kitten. I do love cats. But I digress. I didn't come to talk about that. I came to give you some words. Let's start with ciao. I don't mean the dog you grew up with or the food that you ordered. I mean CIAO. You see, in Italy, it means both hello and goodbye. Try that in America. Try it in English. Let somebody walk up to you and say hi. Look back at them and say goodbye. Straight jerk move, not cool, you'll not be friends. However, in Italy, you can walk up to somebody and say ciao. They'll look back at you and say ciao. Now, he could be the nicest guy in the world or a straight up jerk. You don't know the difference. Kind of cool, kind of messed up. But let's move on to another word. Prego. Yeah, I just rolled the R trying to sound sexy as all get out. I don't normally say it like that, though. I normally say it like this, prego. And half the room will believe I'm talking about a pregnant woman. The other half might believe I'm talking about that pasta sauce you find over in aisle 12. Well, you might be surprised to learn that it does not mean pasta sauce and does not mean pregnant woman. What it means is you're welcome. Now, with that in mind, let's think back to that pasta sauce for a second. How it just sits there knowing it's so darn good, it gives you a preemptive, you're welcome right across the label. Prego. Prego indeed. Seems kind of arrogant to be asking me, but you know, I like that kind of swagger. So I let it inspire my first tattoo right across my chest. Prego. That way, when I'm frolicking on the beach, I mean, walking very manly with my shirt off, anybody that sets eyes on me will know that my body welcomes their gaze. However, it's possible they don't see the same sexy beast of a man that I see in the mirror every day. They may see my pale, flat chest, slightly swollen gut, read my tattoo and think, yep, prego, definitely prego. Oh, man. Oh. No, I did work about a week on it, on the Italian language, worked real hard at it, and I did learn something. What I learned was that it is an awesome sounding language. But upon further review, compared to English, most languages sound pretty amazing. Now I'm going to offer you something to compare it to. I'm going to do something highly not advisable for a comedian ever. I'm going to reach 30 years into the past for this premise, pull it out of an animated feature that was produced by Disney, pull it right here and put it on the stage so that I can sing this to you in English. Here comes a lion, father. Yes, it's a lion. Ever heard that before, Bruce? Of course you have.
Absolutely.
Because it's freaking lame. So let's play it back in Zulu. Majestic. English cannot touch that. No. But I'll move past Disney for a second. I want to get on to some real proof. The proof that the English language needs a lot of help can be found in our kids. You see, I am a teacher, and my kids try to spice up the English language all the time. They take our words and truncate them in some way, or they turn them into acronyms. But they'll take a word that used to mean this and make it now mean this. And I pick up on it, and I go home and I talk to my 17-year-old daughter. I say, your eyebrows are on fleek. That means they look good. No cap. That means I'm not lying. She thinks that I'm OD, which means I'm overdoing it. I should change my drip, which means stop, Dad. And she uses a word on me. It's so cringe. I don't care how she feels, though, because I think that she is lit. And that last word is the most interesting to me. See, I'm old enough to have seen its entire evolution. When I was a kid, it was legitimate, and then it was legit, and then it was too legit to quit. Now the kids say lit. For half a second, they test drove the word litty. Nobody liked that, so they went back to lit, and I'm glad they did. You see, compared to litty, I think the lit sounds pretty damn legit. I'd even say it's too legit to quit. Sounds legitimate to me. What? Working here, guys. Oh, man. I'll tell you someone else that does, another place does not like the English language are wineries. Have you ever been to a winery? No English. They're talking what a demeanor. Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Sangria. Not English, guys. But every now and then they try to keep it easy for us. They say things like wine because we understand that as Americans and we can pronounce it and we love it. But I think that they should stick with their really wordy stuff because I like maybe fermented grape juice of intoxication. That might be a bit too descriptive. Maybe miracle water, as in to water into wine, was a miracle. Or maybe cheddar chaser, as in the beverage that I drink with cheese. Yeah, maybe I'm working too hard here. Now, let's talk about a word that they do use. I think they made this just silly for us Americans, is oaky. All right, oaky is a wine that's aged in an oak barrel. Now, a fine oaky is a wine I'd care to taste. But an okie dokie oaky is a wine I could buy by the case. I don't know if you know this, Bruce, but somebody that lives in Oklahoma is also known as an okie. And I say this because I want to share with you that I could have an okie dokie okie with an okie dokie okie, and that'd be okie dokie by me. Oh, man. Okie dokie, guys. I'm Chris Crawford. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Chris Crawford. Give it up for him. Wow. Beautiful. Yay. I love all your riffs that you do. You just go and go and go. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm going to change the spotlight and give you to the next person doing comedy. So you know him, you love him. He's a military vet, of course. He's coming to us from his lunch, it looks like. He's got his food. Everybody should have their food behind them in a pandemic. Let's welcome to the stage, as I get ready to change the spotlight, Durrell Hearns. Woo! Get that food.
Hey, you guys caught me on break. I'm enjoying some crab rangoon. The only thing that might kill me, really, my heart. Other than that, my name is Durrell Hearns, and my life's interesting. To me, like really only to me. Like, you know, I lived in Alaska, like early in my military career. It was at Eielson, where it's so cold, your nose will create icicles that will break your knees. That's how bad it is. And another part is where the moose will destroy your car by a little strike.
Huh.
I don't know, man. It's awkward. Like, Eielson was so interesting. Like, even the name, it was Eielson. Like what my dad used to tell me all the time. It's in the third aisle, son.
Yeah.
But the follow-up base, like, we all know we have master sergeant supervisors. My supervisor told me the base I was going to after Eielson was a place called Seymour Johnson. Now, he's not much of a jokester, but I'm like, oh, maybe he's just loosen up today. There's no way there's a base called Seymour Johnson.
Mm.
like, shut up, man. Where am I really going? Yes. Seymour Johnson Air Force Base is where you're going to go. Who thought of this name? Like, really? That's what I really had to go to the base and see it on the sign. Where it sounds like a great phone call from the 50s. Like, what base is this? Guess what? Seymour Johnson. Click. Oh man. But I feel like I really did see more Johnson there. Not in the, the other way. I got messed over a lot, okay? Sorry. Oh man, but not even messed over in the sense of, it was a lot of work, but I was there for a long time, and I was blessed to go to like Afghanistan, Iraq, and I even fought the Taliban in the mountaintops. And I ended up getting shot singing karaoke in North Carolina. Not a war zone, my hometown. Y'all know what song I was singing? Pony by Genuine. I got into it. If you're there, let's do it. Ride it. It was a country bar. All right. Then I heard a pop in the back. All right. I was a little slow back then. I was like, man, they popping bottles for me. They must think I'm Genuine. So I got to the car, right? And I saw some blood going down my leg. That makes sense why my leg was itching the whole time. But I looked down. I'm like, she wasn't grinding that hard, was she? Ma'am, you left your egg on my leg. I told you guys I was a little slow back then. I didn't lie. So what dilemma I had at this time was I lift my leg up and the hole looked like the Looney Tunes logo. Like I really thought Porky Pig was gonna come out like, you got shot, stupid. But no, it was just a little bullet in there. So I literally had to start digging in there, like really like pulling it out like, oh man. No. There's a lot of nerves in the leg, okay, guys? There's a lot of nerves. So I pull it out, right? And it looks like a penny. And I put that penny towards some singing lessons. Now, that's why I thought I got shot initially. Like, I really thought that was the reason why I got shot. So I found out it was my ex-fiance. She said I ruined our wedding song. I don't know how I didn't know it was her, because she's the only one that had like a silencer in a club. I was like, oh, this is orchestrated. She got to my heart. If she shot me in my chest, that would have been homicide. The point is, enjoy your life and don't sing karaoke in North Carolina. So, and I want to thank Ms. Linda. She helped me out with that joke. So,
That's the greatest premise. Some of your premises are so great. There's nothing you can do to ruin them.
Thank you. You know what? The funniest, I have to say the craziest thing I have to really say. When you're away from your family, you don't see how they grow. It makes you think that some people need a reality check. All right? Because I have a cousin that thinks he's Fred from Scooby-Doo. Like, he looks like me, but like he wears a blonde wig and an orange ascot.
What?
And says, let's split up, gang. Yeah, it's like Tyler Perry presents Scooby-Doo. Like, that's what it looks like. So he's doing this for years. So we went to a Comic-Con together. And this guy came up to him and said, You can't be Fred. You're black. Then the guy pulled up a white hood, got on a skateboard with a Starbucks latte in his hand, and then skated off. Now that really made me question some things. Like, is a Starbucks latte the new Nazi salute? I only ask because when I go into a Starbucks, there's always some guy like, yeah, hey there, buddy. I was like, man, even got a little coffee in my eye. That was really eye-opening that morning. All right, cool. We're working on punchlines here, all right? Rapid fire. We're doing this. All right. But like, I don't know. I doubt he would have got accosted by the guy if he was Black Panther. But I don't like that character. He's like the most non-threatening character in the MCU. Because like I said, at least Captain America got to fight Nazis. Who did Black Panther get to fight? You guys saw the movie, I promise. It was his cousin from Compton. Y'all remember what they fought over? Purple drink. Really? You had a little fried chicken. That's a family reunion. No, really. I thought they were going to play basketball afterwards. I really did. Two bulletproof Negroes playing basketball. America's #1 nightmare. They're shooting on us, but we can't shoot on them. I just imagine like a basketball game with like bulletproof Negroes versus racist cops.
Yeah.
Going up for the shot and getting shot at the same time. Hanging off the back rim, just boom, 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 getting hit. Going back to the bench, like hitting a friend, like, man, they really don't miss. Like, I feel like every bullet's hitting me. And you know what, guys? To be honest, I feel that's how we beat racism. Bulletproof everything. That was the punchline. See, we're working on them. We're getting them together. We're trying our damnedest. We're going to do it. All right. But, man. But I just say this because, I grew up in Virginia, all right? And the thing about Virginia, my second grade teacher used to call me Durrell. My name's Durrell. I always ask her, where'd you get the N from? She pointed at me. Say, you're the only N in here. I think she meant nice guy. But I don't know, man, because Virginia's racism is open. It's like a spoiled tuna can you left out overnight. that whispers every few minutes, go back to your country. I know, it's getting dark. I love it. I love the faces I'm seeing, but I love it. Chris has drank a lot out of that cup since I started. I love it, man. Thanks, man. But what am I saying? But yeah, man, like it's always interesting. I got blessed recently. I lost 90 pounds. That is 90 whole pounds. I feel good about it. The best part of it is the worst part, because I was really fat and it got horrible. Okay, guys, it got horrible. My knees came out with a mixtape called Get This Fat Dude Off Me. Featuring diabetes. I'm gonna take your foot. That was the best track on that album. Because as soon as I heard it, my big toe went numb. Stay off the sugar. Okay, so there's this quote that's also on the album. I think it was my left knee that said it. It's every good comedian knows when to get off the stage. That's why I'm still up here. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for your time. Stay blessed.
Oh my God. Thank you
hang
so
out.
much, Durrell. I just want to tell you that I had mentioned to Bruce that to get ready because I gave him a 2-minute light, and Bruce thought that he was supposed that I was telling him to give you the light. So sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Durrell.
Sorry
It's
about
all
that.
good. It's all
It
good,
was
Bruce.
my
Thank you.
fault. Oh, thank you so much. Give it up again for Durrell Hearns, you guys. Come on, let's hear some sound out of y'all. Come on. You know, you like to hear people laugh and clap for you. Thank you, Durrell. It's hilarious.
Your
Thank
food
you.
looks
Now-
delicious.
Yes, I'm so
Appreciate it.
hungry. Now out of New York City, he's been getting on big stages and headlining, and he loves the military, even has them in his family. You guys, he's here to watch, and we just thought we'd let him go ahead and say some jokes. So let's give it up for our last comic of the day, Bruce Lipsky.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate everybody, and obviously love the military, love all you guys. And Linda, thank you for the opportunity. I don't talk about this a lot, but my dad is 87 years old, and he's having some problems lately, and so I had to take him to the hospital. He has these weird thoughts. He's convinced that stand-up MRI is a comedy club. And so we're in the hospital and we're in the elevator, and this technician wheels in this machine with all these tubes and hoses. My father looks at him and says, mister, I hope you don't hook me up to that machine today. The guy looks back and says, I hope not for your sake. It's a carpet cleaner. It's tough with them. It's really tough. It's hard because I try to treat my parents really well and take care of them. I recently took them out to their favorite place, Friendly's. But there's never anybody friendly as far as my parents are concerned at these restaurants. If anything, they're lukewarm at best. They go to complain. So my mother calls over to the manager and said, mister, it's bad enough and my eggs are runny and my toast is burnt. Why don't you serve coffee in those nice brown Friendly mugs anymore? The manager said, lady, we had to stop because people kept on stealing them. My mother says, oh, that's such a shame. I only needed one more to complete my set. Now I have a mother with a mugshot for being a mug thief. I'm running out of restaurants to take her to. Gotten to the point that their anniversary was just here. So I figured I'd take her to a very fancy restaurant. We get to the restaurant. Right away, my mother starts complaining again. She says, Bruce, look at this. This soup is disgusting. It's tasteless. It's cold. I said, Ma, what do you expect? It's the finger bowl. Then she got a meal. She started eating it. She slammed the fork down and said, this is the worst Greek salad I've ever eaten. I told her, Mom, how many times have I told you, you don't order a Greek salad at a Chinese restaurant? Chris was talking about wines and things like that. My wife just opened up a wine room in my basement. So she called me in there the other day and she said, you always think that I run out my kitchen like a 5-star restaurant. I said, then how come every time you cook, I get reservations? She's always whining to me. Always whining to me. It's tough. She just put us on a new diet, my wife, called the Tainted lettuce diet. Yeah. I lost 7 pounds in 2 days. Somebody asked me, was it from the romaine? I said I couldn't answer that, but once it's kicked in, nothing romaine to me for more than 30 seconds. I don't know if anybody here has kids or seen kids or heard of kids. My son is an artist. He goes to school for artistry. He's actually a cartoonist, really great cartoonist. But lately he's been shirking his responsibilities. He's been failing some of his classes. So I got a letter in the mail from the school saying that if he doesn't get his act together, you're going to put him in suspended animation. He's also a fitness nut. You know, he goes out running every day, and he came back and he said, "Dad, I need all my exercise clothes washed." I said, "Do it yourself." So he went down the basement and he said, "Dad, we have a new wash machine. What do I set the machine on?" So I said to him, "What does it say on your sweatshirt?" He paused and said, "Nike." That's the genius I'm dealing with over here. It's hard, you know. I'm getting older, and these kids, you know, it's a problem. You know, I just turned 65. You know, I looked in the mirror, I look like a rusted old Buick. Body's out of alignment. My rear end is making funny sounds, and my hoses are leaking. I'm at the point in my house. It used to be when I had a leak, I'd call my plumber. Now I call my urologist, and he's $50 cheaper.
True.
I remember the days I used to go to Studio 54, get on that dance floor and bust a move. Now, I want to take my wife dancing. I'm afraid I'm going to bust a hip. The other day, my wife said, "Bruce, let's get down tonight." I don't mind getting down, honey, but how the hell am I going to get up? And I'm starting to forget things. I swear my phone matches has a better memory than I do. You know how you're getting old, when you're really getting old? When you're spending all your disposable income on disposable diapers. It's tough, but you got to stay in shape. You know, I started an exercise program, but I only exercise late at night, between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning. I run sprints from the bedroom to the bathroom. My wife calls it my fleet of pee.
Oh,
The good news is I got my time down under 6 seconds. But unfortunately, I only can hold my pee for 4.2. So my wife said, "You should join an exercise program." So I got into the Ironman training. I'm into Ironman training now. And my wife is really supportive. You know what? I'm up to 7 a day. That includes starch, cuffs, and collars. But really, I joined the gym. And I got to the gym, and I saw this 300-pound guy. He had one of those Nike sweatshirts on it with the swoosh on there. But his didn't say "just do it." It said "just ate it." And he's like this. He's pulling down on a machine like this. And I said, "What are you doing that for?" He says, "I want to lose weight. Obesity runs in my family." I looked at the guy and I said, "Buddy, if you're any poster boy for your family, it looks like nobody runs in your family." And he said, "You know, my trainer says I have a slow metabolism." I said, "Buddy, I'm looking at you in 5 minutes. You don't have a slow metabolism. You got the furniture disease." He said, "What's that?" I said, "That's when your chest is falling into your drawers." Yeah, but you know, it's you gotta have a good mind. You gotta stay in shape. Everything's got to be balanced in life, and it's very important. Unfortunately, last year I got the COVID. You know, I got sick with the COVID. And let's face it, you're under quarantine. You're kind of feeling blah. And in order to keep the spice in the relationship, you know what my wife did? She took one of her Victoria's Secret black lace bras, cut them up, and made masks out of them, which I think is fantastic. Thankfully, she's a double D, or else it would have never fit over my nose. But she's into this health food stuff. You know, she's into kale. And she sent me to the store the other day, the organic store. She wants me to buy organic kale. I've never been to that before. So I asked the produce guy, "How can I tell which ones are organic?" He said, "If they're half the size and twice the price, they're organic." I said, "I think I drive one of those. It's called a Prius." I asked him, "What is kale?" I never heard of it before. He said, "Kale is in the lettuce family." It's like lettuce is bitter cousin. I said, "Oh yeah, I have one of those. Yeah, the one that's 50 years old, divorced 4 times. That's kale."
wow.
And you know, she said kale is a superfood. Now, Chris, growing up, I don't know about you, but growing up, I didn't have superfoods. I just had food. You know.
Yeah.
But to me, kale is like my kryptonite. You know, Superman can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Kale will clean out my colon in a single serving. But the real superfood of 2021, I'll end on this. The real superfood of 2021 is Chipotle. Yeah, Chipotle. But my son corrects me all the time and says, Dad, it's called Chipotle. Like, great, this kid got a 40 on his Spanish readings. He's correcting me. All I know is that whether it's Chipotle or Chipotle, I really love their pulled pork for distance. So that's my time. Linda, I love you. I love all my vet friends. I'm making more friends all the time. You guys are fabulous. Thank you.
That was fabulous. Thank you so much, Bruce Lipsky. I'm going to put all of us on the screen at the same time, all of us remaining. And the one blackout screen, David G. Scott's there, but I'm sure he's got things going on because we went long today. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. I love all your comedy. I love your hearts. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this video, please, with anybody you know that's a veteran or a veteran-owned company or a veteran organization. That's what I do all week long in my spare time is I call up companies and ask if they'd love to have these videos. So I would appreciate it if you would click share and see who picks it up. It'd be great. So
Awesome.
yeah, let me turn off Facebook for now and see if you have anything that you want to say.